Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So the Gond event is active, and how can you make the most of it? There are quite a few numerous amount of rewards that you can obtain. For example, some exclusive mounts like these ones right here, along with this boar worm mount, which is going to look exactly like the boar worm you fight within Lair the Mad Mage. Now, surprisingly, when you check out the NPC within Protector's Enclave just here, you can see he doesn't give you any quests. It's a very simple event, but it's going to require a lot of grinding, and not in the form of killing enemies like with a lot of other events. You can see his store is also very minimal. All you will be trading in is these little gadgets and trinkets and ultimately these doohickeys to get these Creations of Wonder packs, and additionally you can get this wondrous doohickey, which is one of the best belt items, so you'll place it in one of these 3 slots for dealing damage. And along with that, it also has the ability to paralyze enemies, so good crowd control. However, with the new Battle Pass Roth Valley, you can obtain, if you buy the Premium Pass, this Dragon Fire one, which can do a little bit more damage. So what do you actually have to do in this event, and what can you ultimately obtain? Well, just checking these packs, you can see you can even get coalescent motes, which are one of the major reagents you need for upgrading enchantments, and they don't come cheap. So if you could put in the hours of grinding, you may very well get some decent rewards for character progression. So let's go over everything you need to know about this event, including the requirements. Before we get started, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of these channel members for their continued support. Now, unfortunately, if you haven't prepared for this event and you're relatively new to the game, well, you might want to just give it a skip. Otherwise, you can watch this video and then you'll know for next time, as this event comes around every few months or so. Well, generally like once or twice a year. Well, the first requirement will be to have at least one profession on max level 20. Without it, you could get away, but you'll need to input a serious amount more grinding than anybody else. And in my opinion, not worth the investment when you don't have a max rank profession. It can be any profession. However, you can just get a profession, I believe, to level 6, and you can still grind this event. Now, when you check the description of this event, you will know that you can kill enemies in order to get these materials. And ultimately what you're doing is getting those materials to craft these doohickeys. You can see they will require a bunch of reagents. But killing enemies to get these materials is super slow and not worth it at all. Again, what you want to do is head to your workshop, have a level 20 profession, so I either have alchemy or jewelry to choose from, and then you go to the Wonders of Gone section and you need to craft these wondrous sprockets. You might be able to see that you might have a level 7 or level 6 profession and be able to craft those, and you might think, great, I can partake in the event. Sadly, it's very important that when you craft these wondrous sprockets that you have 100% focus. We go and we get our artisans, and in my opinion, the best one you want to have is one that has dab hand. 15% chance to double the results when a recipe is completed. So we go and make sure to equip all of these reagents here. This is why you will need to prepare for the event. You will need steel ingots, silver ingots, siltstone, whetstone, and linseed oil. And from jewel crafting, very nicely, you can get the silver ingots there on level 7, the siltstone whetstone on level 8, and then you'll have to go and get armor smithing to craft up your steel ingots, and then you will need alchemy for your linseed oil. All of these reagents, of course, you can go to your auction house just here and you could go buy a bunch of these items. You can see they sell for a decent chunk there. And in my opinion, it's not advised. But there are a few things like silver ingots, which can be relatively cheap for a full stack of 999. You can definitely make a good bit of profit from selling these as well, but mainly during this event. So once you've got all of those reagents, again, you go to your wondrous sprocket, make sure you equip all those. This is because I have +1 variants there. And then you grab your artisan. We're choosing the one with the dab hand there. And then you grab your tool. We have the Forge Hammer of Gond, which boosts our focus all the way to 100%. However, if you do not have the Forge Hammer of Gond, don't worry. You can go to your auction house and you can look up Cobalt in the profession section here and buy the tool you need for your profession. For example, we need a Cobalt file for jewelry and we could buy one here. Get the +1 variant with 575 focus, so you're only missing out on 25 focus points versus the Forge Hammer of God, which is very little, and you should still be able to get your 100% focus with that, if not maybe 95%. So once we have that, we order as many as possible. Alternatively, I believe you can just move your window here, and then when you click it, you can collect your results. See, if you get a +1 Wondrous Sprocket with 100% focus, you will additionally get these reagents, which are the lesser reagents than the Wondrous Sprocket, and we'll go into that crafting just shortly, but let's get a bunch more of these crafted. You can of course have it set as order as many as possible, and we can see we've ran out of silver ingots, so we can't craft anymore, but we should have the items in our inventory just here. You can see, so we have these doohickeys, and that's ultimately what you're trying to get, these purple ones. But what you do now with all of these little silly reagents is you right click on them and you click refine, and then you have to upgrade from there. Now, unfortunately, you will see that on the higher ranks of refinement, you only have a chance to upgrade. So you may very well want to have like some preservation wards here in order to save the item if you were to fail. So we click upgrade and we can click try until success. So you want to kind of align it there, so you can just click once here. Sometimes it just takes time to refine there, which is annoying. And you can see we crafted twice, and now we have this wondrous gizmo. So we can go back all the way to the rank ones, and we can go and we can refine these ones, just clicking the upgrade and just quickly going through each of the ranks there. There we got our wondrous sprocket, and then we have another one there we can craft, and you'll keep going through the ranks of the gadgets. There's like so many. We've got our wondrous gizmo, we've got our wondrous sprocket. They've definitely made it pretty annoying that when we go and like double click this from our inventory, it pops down over here. Like, why? Let's say we align this up, still doesn't want us. Let's say we put this here, we can double click, and then you have to have it over here. This is so annoying. They could just make it a mass craft all. I really don't see why they don't, because this is annoying having to do all these clicks. And that's the most frustrating part about this event, and the reason why I largely don't farm it, because it's so much useless clicking for, yeah, hours and hours. If you have the patience, great, you can definitely get rewarded for doing so. We have these now, we have a bunch of sprockets, we can craft those up, and we can craft this one up. It's literally just crafting all these little bits to get enough of them to craft to the next rank. We can get this one now. Let's stick a preservation ward in there with an 85% chance. Craft that one up. And you can see with this rank, we have an 80% chance. Stick some more preservation wards in there. Go to the next rank. And you're simply just continually upgrading through the ranks. So now you can see we need to get a doohickey. So crafting as many as we did there, we didn't even get enough to craft a doohickey. And going from there on, you'll need to get items to actually get your wondrous doohickey if you wanted to. Again, it's just a belt item that we will use. Ultimately, to get all the rewards, you're just getting as many doohickeys as possible. And that's what you will do throughout this event. Try and get as many of these materials as possible. So for example, we need more silver ingots, then we'll go and we'll craft a bunch more. Again, you can simply buy these as well. You can gather the resources. You can have an alt army to go and do that for you as well. I could have one character just grinding out silver ingots, the next character grinding out my steel ingots that I need just here with our armorers. Overall, this event is very finicky. I'm not such a fan of it. It's so much clicking, but it can be rewarding to those people who enjoy crafting and have the patience for it. So ultimately, you're going back to this guy and you're trading in your doohickeys for these creations of wonder packs. We obtained like 2 of those there. We're trading in our doohickeys, and you can get some fashion here with a lesser variant there, and then you can also get these mechanical altars. Now the good thing about these mechanical altars is they can fund the gold that you need for this event. Otherwise you're just getting a toy apparatus of Gone and some fizzy brew. Not much there. But what the most rewards are in is these creations of wonder packs. You can also go and sell those creations of wonders pack. Just looking on the trade house here, you can see one pack is maybe just like 25,000, I believe, on this cost, just over that. And these mechanical altars that we have just here will allow you to, let's open this, let's get our bunch of altars. That gives us 10 of them, but we already have a few. And what you will do with these altars then is go like double click it. It places one down. It's a nice massive area. What you can do is you can invoke in that area. When you invoke in that area, you can see you get an additional bag, but it will depend on the rank of your invoking. You can see you have a certain amount of invokes per day. I'll show that in a second. But these bags can give you up to 100 gold. Yeah, but on a pretty low chance, we open it, we get 1 gold as per usual. You can see if we're going to go and invoke again just here, you can see the next rank, the second blessing, will also give you one of these packs. And you can go throughout, and at the very end you get just 1 gold and 4 silver, 99 copper. Now what you can do is you can have a friend to sit in this area, and you can go and you can switch character, and then you can invoke in this area again without having to use another altar. Otherwise that just got sillily expensive. But these altars last, I believe, only about 2 minutes, so keep that in mind with the amount of invoking you might want to do. It can be a viable strategy to farm gold. You can get lucky, get 100 gold or even 25 gold. But if you're continually invoking on your characters, that's 6 times a day on, let's say, 10 characters, that's 60 invokes. So you get pretty high chance to get a significant amount of gold by doing so. And that gold, again, you're using through crafting to get your doohickeys, and then you're trading in those doohickeys for these packs. Again, these packs can give you coalescent motes, preservation wards. They can give you the Forge Hammers of Gond artifact. Again, you don't need that tool since you can just get the cobalt tools from the auction house. So let's just open one of these packs as an example, and we get a bunch more of these little gadget things and an insignia. We open our next one and we get a bunch more of these gadget things and another insignia along with some minor profession supplements. So you can get a pretty decent return on the packs along with getting some good rewards, but again on a pretty low drop chance. We can go upgrade this one just here, triumphal success. We go to our next rank and we can create and doohickey. That's great. That's essentially how you're getting them. Going from there, you can get these reagents just here. But in order to get these, you will have to open these Creations of Gone packs in order to obtain it. You can see, just looking at the tooltip, you can get the clockwork gizmo and the thingamabob on the purple ranks, which is what you need to get your doohickey upgraded, as we can see again just here. So you will need to buy a significant amount of those packs. Alternatively, you can buy everything from the auction house. Most, I think nearly everything from this event is unbound. Maybe not the coalescent motes you're getting from here. You can see even the insignias are unbound. We open this next pack and again, you're mainly getting insignias, which is pretty good. It's pretty good for a farm like that. And we're getting more of those silly gadgets. And that's the entirety of this event. Click, 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 craft, 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 and buy those packs. And yeah, personally, I don't do this event really. I'm not a fan of all that clicking, and it's just too much for me to really bother with. There should seriously just be craft all command, but again, you're getting paid off for the effort you put in and the reward you get out. Again, some people like me be too lazy to do all that clicking, and we might just go to the auction house and buy the rewards that we want, and that helps those people who do bother to do all the clicking. And if you're a new player serious about the game, want to earn some astral diamonds, you can absolutely use that to your benefit. There's a lot of people who are impatient and cannot be bothered to go through that. and I'm one of them because it's not really going to impact my character a whole lot anymore since I have pretty much everything maxed out that I need. Of course, I'm missing a few insignias here and there, but that's not really a big deal when I can already complete endgame content with a competent capacity. So again, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of these channel members for helping me keep my channel going. And if you hope sound this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.